Could an individual attempting to navigate without the benefit of rudder, charts, sextant, knowledge of atmospheric and sea conditions, or familiarity with his or her craft truly be called its master? Or would the graduating class of 1492 vote such a person most likely to fall off the edge of the earth? To achieve any form of mastery, one must not only know where they are going, but just how to get there. They must also develop a healthy respect for the obstacles, physical and psychological, along the way. Individual humans will, as a normal part of growth, continue to experience new centricities and eccentricities, not unlike the paradigm shift that took place as a result of the Copernican revolution. For example, the egocentric infant is acutely aware of the mother's revolutions about him. From his perceptual standpoint, or lay point, he is the center of infinity. But only until he is challenged. Like the child, whole societies must trade childlike perceptions for larger realities if they are to grow. The egocentric is traded for the family-centric. Geocentric planetary systems are traded for heliocentric ones, and now, thanks to space telescopes orbiting the Earth, great spiral galaxies are clearly seen to be moving about some unseen universe center. The olden prophet described this center as obscured by light. And behold, from the modern Earth astronomer's viewpoint, it has been revealed the prophet was right. But there's so much more to the cosmos than astrophysics, and it takes more than three-dimensional thinking to comprehend what is far more than holographic paradigm. As a direct consequence of the Lucifer rebellion, the human masses have been conditioned for disbelief. Like fleas in a closed jar, we have practiced thought under a conceptual ceiling. And once the lid is removed, the fleas can't jump out of the jar due to muscle conditioning. Likewise, individual humans have limited their leaps of faith as well as their flights of fancy for reasons directly traceable to an unhealthy conditioning that yields in turn a variety of cognitive distortions, obscuring truth as well as fact. This holds for the wage slave, the abused spouse, even whole societies. As they might, within a series of love affairs gone bad, our fellows oftentimes feel they can avoid the frustrations associated with misplaced faith by giving up. Upon considering their disillusionment and general skepticism, those resident on the planet early in the third millennium point to some major personal or historical event as a significant factor contributing to a so-called loss of faith. There are those of us who are, to use the vernacular, simply hell-bent, whose light of truth is refracted and confused to the point where its spectral array lacks definition. There are some whose concept of beauty is so contextualized that the greater gift itself is never beheld. And there are others of us to whom goodness is systematically disqualified so that our self-righteousness may never be challenged and our rightful inheritance is never enjoyed. One cannot compensate for lost truth with mere facts, especially questionable facts. For those not inclined to faith, there will always be reasons aplenty to support faithlessness. To those who cultivate faith or who possess a strong faith, there can still be problems. Humans who place their faith in humans and human institutions are courting disappointment. There is no shortage of man-made disillusionment, from assassinations to inquisitions, from the first examples of genocide to the 20th century Holocaust, from the problem of pedophile priests and bad faith bishops to Daesh. There is no reason to expect that the most basic human institutions are immune to such maladies. And this is evidenced by the erosion of civilized standards. Certain devotees of Lucifer and his debauched system of values have been highly successful at redefining, dumbing down virtue. Churchianity continues to sell indulgences in a variety of ways. Divorcing parents indulge their anger at the expense of their children. Powerful simpletons in government interpret freedom of religion as meaning freedom from religion. Some choose blindness to cosmic relationships and reject mercy with increasing contempt and disdain. Until such time as those rejecting mercy have made the full choice of their own moral bankruptcy and spiritual extinction, things will get worse, not better, for the people of our earth. Enduring justice will always be predicated on the laws that God himself has established. God is only limited by his own volition, as expressed through his laws, and as they pertain to the physical universe, life, and interpersonal relationships. Lucifer did not have to violate the laws of the cosmos to understand the outcome of his folly, any more than an earth scientist must continually retest for the presence of gravity. The results were, and are, clearly foreseeable. We must deliberately choose the witness over the masquerade. We must ensure that the light we shine is one of quality, spectral purity, the whole light of truth. In the prose of Jesus, you are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it gives light to all who are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and be led to glorify your Father who is in heaven.